What's up guys, it's Bucky and welcome to your 20-second Java tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm going to be talking to you guys about for loop. Now the last couple tutorials I've been going over while loops, and this was a different loop, but a for loop is something totally new. So let me show you guys what the syntax for this is. Go ahead and type for, and as you can see it pops up in purple, and that's why you know it's a built-in variable, or excuse me, a built-in keyword. And the for loop takes three arguments or three statements inside it. The first one is where you want the loop to start. The second one's where you want the loop to end. And the third one is how much you want to increment it by. So if you want step one at a time or three at a time. So let me show you guys. You need to use the variable 3 times. So the first statement, you want to initialize a counter variable, and let's go ahead and set it equal to 1. And this is because we want our loop to start at the number 1. The next one is the same thing you did in a while loop. It's the loop condition. So let's go ahead and put counter less than or equal to 10. So now our loop starts at 1, and it's going to go until it's less than or equal to 10. So it's going to go until 10. So next thing, we want to say how much do we want our counter to increment by. Well, we just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so we want to increment it one at a time. So it's going to start at 1. As long as it's less than or equal to 10, it's going to keep going, and we want you to go one at a time. So that's the 3 parameters your for loop takes. So now let's go ahead and write something in our for loop. Let's just write system out print line, and we'll just print the counter. Now let's go ahead and run this, see if we got any errors, and we don't. And as you can see down in our run box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, this happened because it started at 1, our counter variable. The next thing it did is ran until it was greater or equal, less than or equal to 10. Once it got to 11, it says, alright, am I less than or equal to 10? No. So I'm not going to do this loop anymore. And then I incremented it one at a time. You can also increment it like something like 3 at a time by pressing plus equals 3. Remember we learned that in one of the previous tutorials. Now once you change the incrementer, instead of stepping by 1, it steps by 3 at a time. 1, 4, 7, 10. The next one's 13, which is outside our condition, so it proves false. But again, we can change the starting point. Say we wanted to start it at 6 and go until let's say 21. So now it starts at 6 and goes to 21 and steps by 3s. So let's go ahead and run this, and as you can see, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and then it stops. So that is how you use the basics of the for loop. Again, it takes 3 statements or parameters. The first one is where you want to start. The second one's where you want to end, or it's going to run as long as this condition is true. And the third one is how much you want to increment by. So this is a variation. There's also the while loop and the for loop we learned this far. There's also a couple other loops that I'm going to be teaching you probably in the next couple tutorials. But for now, play along with the play around. There we go. Not play along with it. Play around with a for loop until you get good at it. And once you do, you're ready to move on to the next tutorial. So again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.